In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, all thanks and praise be to Allah, the Lord of the mankind. Our dear students, sons and daughters, peace be upon you all and Happy New Year. It's an English session for third secondary scientific and literary section, Unit 6, the world of sport. The world of sports. The last session we explained direct and indirect speech, but there are three types of sentences. We talked about two of them. We talked about and explained statement and imperative. Statement and imperative. Today we are gonna talk about direct and indirect speech. The third type, questions. But as we explained before, that we have two kinds of questions. We have two kinds of questions. Yes or no questions and WH questions. Yes or no questions, for example, can you drive a car? It's a yes or no question. ده سؤال إجابته yes or no because it starts with an auxiliary verb. The second type is WH question. For example, where do you live? The third type of direct and indirect speech is questions. We have two kinds of questions. It's important to know which type you are talking about. Questions, we have two types, yes or no questions, أسئلة إجابتها yes or no, and WH questions, أسئلة هي تبدأ بكلمات الاستفهام. For example, Mustafa said to me, can you drive a car? Mustafa said to me, can you drive a car? First, identify the type of question. Yes, that's a yes or no question. So we change said to into asked. Mustafa asked me. We drop quotation marks and use a linking word. بعمل drop للquotation marks and use a linking word. It's a yes or no question, so we use if or whether. We change the question into a statement. بحول السؤال لجملة. So we swab the words. We swab the words. You refers to me, so we change you into I. حول you إلى I. As we agreed before that can must be changed into could. Mustafa asked me if I could drive a car. At the end, we put full stop. We put full stop. Another one. Are you coming, Ali? Are you coming, Ali? It's a yes or no question, so we can change it into indirect as, for example, I asked Ali. We drop quotation marks. We drop quotation marks and use if or whether. We swap the words. The pronoun you refers to Ali, so we change you into he. We change are into was or were. He was. coming. At the end we put full stop. Nada said to Aya, where do you live? Nada said to Aya, where do you live? It's a WH question, so we change said to into asked. Nada asked Aya. We drop quotation marks and use the same question word. In yes or no question we use if or whether, but in WH question we use the same question word, so we use where. If you have do, does, did, drop them. لو عندي do أو does أو did, drop them and change you according to the object. Here I asked Aya, so we change you according to Aya. Aya, she. Where, she. As we agreed before that we must change the tense into the past. So the sentence is present, so we must change it into the past. Live must be lived. Where she lived. At the end we put full stop. It's very important to concentrate more. Direct speech, questions. But when we change direct into indirect, it must be a statement. So in the exam we can say true or false. A reported question doesn't have the form of a question. It's a statement. Concentrate more. These questions indirect, but when we change them into indirect we change them into statements. الأسئلة دي أول ما بحولها إلى indirect بتتحول معايا إلى statements، جمل خبرية. So write T or F, true or false. A reported question، السؤال المنقول يعني السؤال اللي حولته من direct إلى indirect doesn't have the form of question. ليس له صيغة السؤال. It's a statement. It's a statement. يكون جملة. So it's true. Another one. In reported speech, the time expressions depend on when the report is given. It's very important. In reported speech في الكلام المنقول the time expressions اللي هي تعبيرات الوقت. For example, tomorrow, yesterday, and so on. Depend on when the report is given. تعتمد على متى أعطي التقرير. يعني في الحالة دي تحويل الجملة بيعتمد على التقرير اتقال امتى. For example, Ahmed, I will do it tomorrow. It's very, very important. Ahmed, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. هحول الجملة دي بثلاث طرق، كل طريقة ليها استخدام. يجي يقول لي number 1 report it immediately. انقل الجملة دي على الفور. This sentence it's said in the present so it must be changed into the present. هي اصلا اتقالت دلوقتي وبتتحول دلوقتي، فعلشان كده مش بحولها للباست. يبقى هنقول احمد says، مش هقول said، هقول say. It's present. احمد says. We drop quotation marks and use that. We change I according to Ahmed so he will do it tomorrow. يبقى when he asked me to report the sentence immediately، لو طلب مني ان انا احولها على الفور ما بغيرش ولا حاجة في الجملة غير الضمائر. Number 2 report it the same day. لو قال لي انقل الجملة دي the same day في نفس اليوم it means that it's said in the past but the day it still was. اليوم زي ما هو. So أحمد we change says into said that I according to Ahmed so we change it to he will بنحولها إلى would do it tomorrow. برضو ما بنحولش tomorrow. The last one يقول لي report it a few days later. انقل الجملة دي بعد أيام، الموضوع كله فات. So أحمد said that we change I into he, we change will into would do it, and also we change tomorrow into the next day. بنخلي بالنا من الاكزامبل ده. لو قال لي report it immediately غير ان هو يقول لي report it the same day or report it a few days later. For homework workbook page 38. Thanks for listening and goodbye.